Sometimes life throws us curveballs that just completely stop us in our tracks, whether that's an injury, an illness, or just something else entirely. And I recently experienced one of these moments where I seriously injured my finger, and it really taught me a lesson that I never expected. And it got me wondering, what if these moments of pause are actually opportunities that are in disguise? And so in this video, I'm just going to be simply exploring that question with you. So last week I was in my kitchen and I was chopping vegetables like I usually do when I'm making soup. And I was working on a big sweet potato and I was putting a lot of force trying to go down through it. And as I was pressing down as hard as I could, the potato actually shifted and the knife ended up going into my finger. And I knew that this was not just a simple slice. This was something pretty serious based on the amount of blood that I saw. So I immediately drove to urgent care. And what I found out there was that, yes, I did not slice my finger. I actually removed a piece of my fingertip right off. And so this immediately disrupted my life because I needed to let my work know that I would not be able to work. And I'm not really at a spot right now where I can't be working and can't have money coming in because I've had my own financial struggles that I'm dealing with on top of everything else. And so I'm not really in a position where I can just be sitting around at home and not working. I have been sleeping bad. Usually I'm a really good sleeper and I get 8 hours because I just know how important sleep is. This has completely upended my sleep schedule. It throbs throughout the night. It is very painful. Sometimes I wake up on top of it, which is not expediting the healing process whatsoever. So I'm just sleeping way worse than I usually do. I have a dog that I have to walk multiple times a day, and I don't have a glove that fits over this. And so I've been walking my dog basically in sub-zero temperatures without a glove over my hand for the last week. I haven't been able to cook my own food. I haven't been able to wash my dishes, which are now coming out of the sink at this point. And anytime I want to take a shower, I have to tape a plastic bag over my entire hand so that it doesn't get wet. And there's many other small disturbances, but for me, it was this injury. For you, it might be a different kind of injury. It might be an illness. Maybe you lost your job, but it really forced me to slow down and to reflect on the things that I took for granted before. And so, if this happened in the past, I would have immediately turned to being overwhelmed and frustrated, like when I broke my ankle or tore ligaments in my arm. I adopted this mindset of, poor me. How could this happen to me? I don't get hurt. This stuff doesn't happen to me. I can't sit on the sidelines. I got to be out there making things happen. But this time was different. I completely avoided the victim mentality. And while the first day was tough adjusting, over the ensuing days, I really just turned to gratitude and just deepened my faith in the universe and that things happen for a reason. And I just renewed my gratitude in so many things that were easily overlooked, like the ability to cook my own breakfast or soups, or the ability to wash dishes when they're dirty, or the ability to shower without putting a bag over my hand, or to get good sleep. I mean, these were all things that I was really just taking for granted until my life was temporarily upended due to this injury. And so I really think that these pauses are opportunities for growth and shifts in perspective if we are willing and able to embrace the suffering and not to resist it or push it away. I've just had a completely surprising reaction to this serious injury. I am remaining in good spirits. And like I said, I just really believe in the power of gratitude, despite it being a buzzword that gets thrown around, or you should be, you should be grateful for what you have. I mean, if you actively begin a gratitude practice, your reality is going to change. And mine has changed dramatically since I have tried living in that attitude of gratitude. So I just want to put that out there. And the next time that something bad happens to you, or maybe you're dealing with something right now that is far less than ideal, like what I'm dealing with, just ask yourself, what is this moment trying to teach me? And what can I be grateful for even through this difficult situation? Because I guarantee that it's going to give you a completely different perspective on why things happen. And this has really given me a moment of pause when I was really pushing hard, and probably putting myself on the back burner. So anyway, I would love to hear from you in the comments like I always do. It's been great to start to see the community come together, and I just really enjoy speaking with all of you in the comments. And I'm just curious if you have ever had a moment like this that has really disrupted your life and seemed like a terrible thing at the time. And what did it teach you in hindsight? Because it's actually been cool for me to look back at times when I had to be forced to the sidelines due to injury or illness or something else, and just to see that good things did come out of it, things that I was not privy to at the time and that I could only see once I had been removed from the situation. So I know that life is inherently a struggle for all of us, and I'm thinking of you and whatever you're going through right now, because it's not easy, but you will be stronger because of this, and there's going to be a lot that you can learn throughout this process, just like I'm learning every day. It's not easy for me to remain in a state of gratitude 24/7, and I certainly still have my moments where I'm annoyed by this and by other things that I can't do at the moment. But I know that I will be healthy again at some point, and I'm just extremely grateful for that, because there's a lot of people dealing with serious things who are never going to be 100% ever again. And so, your biggest problem, I think there's a saying where your biggest problem is actually someone else's paradise. So just keep that in mind. I hope that you enjoyed this insight and me just sharing what's on my mind. And hopefully it connects with you and it can help you with what you're going through, because I am thinking of you. So until next time, I'm John. I hope that you will be well. Keep your head up, because things are going to get a lot better and you have a lot to look forward to. So thanks very much. I'll see you in the next one.